Welcome to this another video. In this video, I'll explain how you can attempt VITEEE Admission Test. So in order to attempt the test, you have to go to your laptop, you have to open Chrome browser, and then you have to open vitee.codetantra.com/login.jsp. Once you'll come here, then you have to enter your login credential, and once you'll enter this, you have to click on submit. Once you'll submit, you'll be redirected to your admit card page. There you have got three options. So if you are attempting the final test, you have to click here. If you are attempting the mock test, then as applicable, you have to pick any one of these two. So in my case, let us say this is applicable. So I'll click on take test. Once I'll click on take test, I'll be redirected to this page. So you can see there is a mock test available on my portal. So I have to click on open test from my laptop, and I'll use this third eye button to log in from my mobile phone. So for now, through the laptop, I'm going to click on open test. Once I'll click, I'll come here. So if you have already installed the application, this secure browser, then you have to click open. Otherwise, if you are doing this for the very first time, you have to click on download. Once you click on download, an application will be downloaded to your system, which you have to install in order to attempt the test. You have to do it for the very first time. Now that it is downloaded, you have to move to the location where it is downloaded. In my case, it is on desktop. So I'll open this file to install it. It's very simple. So I'll simply right click and click on open, and it will install itself. Once the installation will complete, you can see we have got a logo icon here with the shortcut button. So that means this is the application which we have to use. This is the downloaded file that we downloaded earlier. Now, after the installation, the application starts itself. So either you can log in from here, or you can exit the application. You can go back to the portal, and you can say launch CodeTantra secure exam app. Now click on open CodeTantra SEA. Wait until the application loads. Now you can see the application is loading here in the center. Once it will load, you can see you have been redirected to the same test page once again. Now you have to click on open test. This is the environment check step. So here you have to check your audio. So you have to click here to check audio. Now you have to click on this play button to listen to the audio.
Click yes if you can hear this audio.
Now I can hear the audio, so I'll click on yes. So audio check is complete. Webcam is detecting my face here, and microphone is picking my voice, as you can see here with the bar. Once this environment check is done, you can see there is a button to proceed to test. So you have to click on proceed to test. If you run into trouble at any point of time, there is always an SOS button. So you can click on this SOS button. You can enter your mobile number here, and then you can describe your problem, what is the issue that you are facing here. Although we have got various tutorials to help you out in order to make your system pass this environment check, so you can check them. If that is not helping, then of course you can put your number here and you can describe your problem and you can submit. One thing that you have to note here is that if you are appearing for AI proctored mock test, then SOS button will not work because there is no proctor sitting behind the system to help you out. In the real exam, the proctor will be there, so this SOS button will help. Just in case if you are not able to start the exam and you want to contact your proctor. So you can type your message here, whatever you want to type, and then you can submit. So once you click on submit, it will be sent to the proctor. In this case, Tomesh Jan is the proctor, so he has received my message. Now I'm going to click on proceed test. Now on this step, you can see there is an image that was captured in the previous step during the environment check. So I'm not satisfied with the picture, so I'll recapture it again. I'll make sure I have enough light on my face. I'll click on capture. Once I'm satisfied with the picture, I'll click on proceed. Now here I have been asked to upload my ID proof. So if you have saved one of your ID card in your system or the allowed as per the VITEEE guidelines, you can click on browse and you can pick the file wherever you have saved it. Okay, as you can see, I have got a dialog box through which I can always select the file I want to upload. In my case, I want to use the camera, so I'll click on camera. I'll place a sample document in front of my webcam and then I'll click on capture. And then you can see the preview. If you are satisfied with the preview, you can proceed. Otherwise, you can go ahead and recapture. And these are the accepted documents listed by VITEEE, so you can upload any one of these four. This is just dummy one for the demonstration. You are requested to upload the actual one out of these four. Once I'm done with this upload, I'll click on proceed. And now I can see the preview of those two images which I have uploaded. One of my image of my face and then the image of the ID card. Once I'm satisfied with these two, I'll click on upload. And you can see I have received a message that is successfully uploaded. Once that step is completed, you will be moved to this page. And at this point of time, you can see the detail of the proctor. So I'll click on OK. Now you can see the system is trying to detect my face by running the camera. And then we are getting a message here waiting for proctor or system to validate your environment. So that simply means at this point of time, you have to stop. You have to use your mobile phone to log into the same test. And if you remember, there was a third eye option when I was starting this test. So I have to go back there and then I have to select the third eye option from the mobile. So let us see how we can do that. Now this is my mobile phone and you can see I have a Chrome browser in the center at the bottom. And since I'm using the Android phone, Chrome browser is the allowed web browser to continue my exam with. Or I can go to the app drawer and you can see there we have the same Chrome browser app. If that app is not available in the app drawer, and you can select this. Once you find the Chrome browser app, you have to click on it to open. And then you have to visit again the same web link that we visited earlier, vitee.codetantra.com/login.jsp. Once I'll come here, I'll give my email ID and password. And once I'll enter, I'll click on submit. And then again, I'll come back here. And since I'm appearing for M1 2B mock test, so I'll click on tech test. As soon as I'll click on tech test, I'll come to this page. And then instead of open test, I have to click on third eye. Once I'll click on third eye, you can see it is starting my web camera. If we are doing for this for the first time, you will be getting notification to allow the web camera. So if you are visiting this page for the very first time, this is how you'll get the notification to allow your cameras. Once you'll click on allow, you'll come to this page where you can see you are getting a message you are being monitored. Now you have to place this phone on your table, and before placing your mobile phone, you have to make sure your mobile is in auto rotate mode. Once you ensure that, you have to rotate your mobile in landscape mode. And once you are done with that, you have to place your mobile phone on the table in such a way that where the proctor can see both of your hands and what you are doing on the table. So in order to ensure whether your hands are visible in the frame or not, you can see we have got a green button here. So I'll click on this green button. And now I'll close this. And now you can see I'm able to see my view. Now this is the same view that proctor will be getting on his or her interface in addition to the web camera view of my laptop. Now in order to place it, you can see I have got a cup here on my table. So I'm just going to use this cup to place my mobile phone, and you can see at this point of time, you can see both of my hands and the laptop, and what I'm doing on the table is also visible. This way proctor can ensure what you are doing on the table, so that is the right position to place your mobile phone into. Now once I'm done with that, I'll click on that green button one more time, and now I know that my view is clear to the proctor. I can continue my test on the laptop. As soon as I'll start the third eye, you can see now I've got an option to start the test. So now in order to start the test, I'll click on start test button. and the question will load up onto my screen. Now before we go ahead, let us see the different part of the interface that we have here. So at the top you can see your user account details are there. There is a SOS button that we spoke about earlier. Then we have got test remaining time. So in this case 1 hour 29 minutes and 42 seconds are left. Then we have got a button, two button to zoom out and zoom in. So if I think that the text are too big on my screen, I'll click on this button to further zoom out, and if I think that the text are very small, I'll click on this plus button to zoom in. Now this yellow bar that you can see, this holds the question, and this white area that you can see here, these are for the options, and you can see all these four options have got radio button to select. So you can select any one of these four options as the correct one, which you feel is the correct. Now let us say for me this answer is correct. So for this question I'm going to select this as answer and I'll click on next. And the moment I'll click on next, you can see I'm getting this next button as disabled. The reason because for the next 5 seconds you want to be able to click the moment you come to the next question. So this has been done in order to avoid if you by mistake double click on next button and you skip a question in between. So that is an extra security feature that we have here. Now in some cases question might have contained the images. For example, this question has two parts. This if is text, and this mathematical equation you can see here is basically an image. So if this text is not readable, you can always click on this image and it will zoom in. And once you are done reading this text, you can always click on this button to minimize again, and then you can continue. Just in case, let us say I'm going to click on this third option and I realize no, I'm not very sure about this option and I do not want to lose marks. So what I'll do is I will clear the response. So once I'll clear the response, I'll get a warning. I have to say yes. So you can see now none of them are selected and you can move ahead. And if you click on next, you can see you are getting a warning that you are not answering this question, and then you are clicking on next. And that simply means in this test you will not be able to come back. So on this page you cannot see a previous button anywhere. So that is the reason when you move, you always get this pop-up that if you are going to not answer this question, you won't be able to come back. Now if you do not want this dialog box to appear every time you skip a question, you can always click on do not show again and you can click on proceed. Or if you want it to appear every time you skip a question, you can leave it that way and you can click on proceed. Now on third question, let us say again you are not going to answer this, and then you will click on next. You can see the dialog box appears again. So I'm going to click on stay. In your case, this finish button will not appear before the last 5 minutes. So if exam is of 90 minutes, then after 85 minutes this button will be active. So you won't be able to finish the test for the first 85 minutes. This has been, and now I'm back to the portal. Now at the top left corner you can see I have got a section 1 of 5. So that means this question paper, the one I'm attempting in the demo, has 5 sections in total, and I'm right now in the first section of the question paper. This 5 represents total number of subjects that you have in the paper, and this is the subject number 1 that we are attempting, and in this case it appears from the question that we are attempting the mathematics section. Now we are attempting question 3 of 25, and for this question the total marks assigned is 1. Now we have given a button here, so if I click on this button I can access the detail of my proctor. Now in case if you want to connect to the proctor, there is a chat option given here at the top left corner. So I'll click on this button, and once I'll click, you can see your webcam is running on the back end and your view is pretty much clear here. Now I can see there is a human face icon given at the top left corner. So I'll click on this button and you can see there are 2 people right now in this meeting. One is you, and this one, the second one, is again you, but this time from the mobile. So this is what this third represents, and your proctor name will appear at the bottom or somewhere in this list. So there will be total in 3 person, these 2 for yourself, 1 for your laptop, another one is for your mobile, and if there is a proctor or 2, they will appear in the same list. So you do not have to worry about them. You just have to go to chat. By clicking on it, this dialog box will appear and you can type your problem here and you can press enter key. It will send the message to your proctor. Now the proctor will read this message and accordingly will reply you here. The other option is, you can see I can always disable this chat. I can always hide this. At the bottom I have got three options. One is the microphone, another one is the leave audio option, and this one is for the sharing webcam. Now even if you try to stop this mute button, you can see it is not allowing you because it will automatically connect itself. And most importantly, whenever you will be trying to mute yourself, the activity will be recorded and it will appear in the student activity log. It's not recommended for the student to use any one of these buttons. Please leave this as it is. Now once I'm done communicating with my proctor, I can always close this down, and as I said, you can see this microphone is always active, so at any point of time you can speak. Check. So once I'm done communicating with my proctor, I will close this and again I'll start answering the question. Now by default, by mistake, instead of this radio button, if you'll click here, you can see I'm zooming into the photograph because this option is a photograph. So I can again click on this minimize button and select into this radio button precisely, and then I can move ahead. Now there are a few more things that I would like to point out at this point of time. The very first one is, do not try to navigate out of this window because you can see there is no taskbar appearing and you cannot use any shortcut on window to get out of this. But please note that whatever stroke you are typing here, that is being recorded. So there are 2 points. One, you will not be able to go out of the window, and secondly, even if you're trying, it is being recorded. So please try to avoid this practice as much as you can. Now one more thing, as I said, always keep your eye on this time left. It will help you organize your time as per the number of questions you have attempted and as per the number of questions that remain to be attempted. So once you are done answering all these questions, you can click on this finish button. And once you click on the finish button, you can see we have only touched the math section. So in the math section, out of 25, I have only answered 2 questions. I don't have answered 2 questions, and there are 21 questions which I haven't visited. So this is the grid where I can see section wise where I am at any point of time. And once I'm satisfied with this, I'll click on yes, I want to finish and exit. And if I want to go ahead and continue with answering all the remaining questions, I can select no, I want to continue the test, and I'll keep moving forward. I'm going to disable it now, proceed. So this way you can keep going forward, keep answering your question. Once done, click on finish, verify these details and select yes, I want to finish and exit, and your test will be submitted successfully. So that is how you perform the test on this CodeTantra portal for VITEEE Admission Test. So that is how you attempt the test on this CodeTantra portal. Thank you.